Is it recording? Did you hit the button? Ah. What's up, y'all? Just Fit, and I got a little bit of bedhead going on, I know. I just woke up. It is about, what, 7:30 in the morning. I live right next door to a school, so I have to wake up extra early to do these videos, or else they'll get on the intercom and they'll start yelling and screaming and playing, and it just gets so loud. So I gotta hurry up and do these videos. But this will be the first video of the series where I answer your questions about fitness. Well, really about anything you want to ask, as long as it's not an inappropriate question. But I'll leave my email link in the description, so if you have any questions, just email me there, and I will try to answer you promptly. I might even do a video about it like today. So let's get started. Actually, I don't know if I really want to read their name, because I don't know if they want me to, so I will just read their question. Hi, my name is... I'm 17 years old, I weigh about 135 pounds. I have never lifted weights before in my life, and I really want to build some muscle. Do you have any tips or tricks to help me begin, and where do I start? Good question. This smells like a good story time, because I was actually 17 years old as well when I first started lifting weights, so let's get into it. When I was a freshman in high school, I was about 75 pounds. Yes, 75 pounds. I'm not joking with you. I was so small. I was the smallest kid in school. I've pretty much always been the smallest kid in school ever since elementary. Middle school, I was the smallest, and in high school, I was the smallest up until a point. I was on the wrestling team because my family, my dad and my uncle, they wrestled in high school, so it was kind of a thing where they wanted me to do it as well. So I did that. The freshman year in high school. My sophomore year, I gained about, I grew a little bit. I probably put on about 10 pounds. I was about 85 pounds. And I've always been so small, and no matter how much I ate, I just wouldn't gain weight. I probably didn't hit puberty yet at the time. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Junior year, high school, I finally put on some weight, and I got to around like 102 pounds, which is great because the actual lowest weight class for wrestling was 103 pounds. So I was right there at the spot where I could be competitive with other people, and I'll be the same size as them. You can't really say I was tall, but maybe I was tall for the weight class, and I was just skinny. I was just real skinny. 103 pounds, you can imagine, so I was like a stick out there. So the end of my junior year, wrestling was over and everything, and it was the summertime, and the next year I'll be a senior. My uncle invited me. Actually, there was a Planet Fitness. I know Planet Fitness gets a lot of flack for being like a really crappy commercial gym, but it's actually a great place to start because it's not expensive, and they have pretty much everything you need, especially as a beginner. So my uncle, he applied to Planet Fitness, and he invited me to go. He said, "Hey Justin, I'll pay for your membership." So I started going out Planet Fitness with my uncle, and I had never lifted weights before in my life before that point, so I had no idea what I was doing. So there's like a little circuit section in the corner of the Planet Fitness that I went to, where it's like they just got a bunch of machines, one for each like muscle group. So it's got legs, shoulders, and so on and so on. And there's like a light it'll blink on green. That's when you go, and then red is when you stop and you move to the next machine. So you had to follow that kind of system when you worked out in that area. So that's where I started out. I started out there doing just the machines, and then my uncle told me to do that for about 2 weeks. So I did that about 2 weeks straight, and man, I remember I was so sore. My body was just so sore. Now I've been sore before because I did wrestling. And of course, it's much more strenuous on your body than lifting weights, but it was a different kind of sore. It was more like deep muscle tissue sore that you had never really experienced before. After that, it was time for me to move up to free weights, and my uncle said, "Are you ready to do free weights?" I said, "Yes." So the first things he taught me were the basics with dumbbells. So I started off with dumbbells. I didn't do barbells for a while, for maybe a few months after that. But I started off with dumbbells. My uncle showed me a lot of the different exercises for each muscle group. Yeah, that's where I started off. And I remember when I was lifting weights, I've never been a person to gain weight a lot at a time, just for the pure fact that my metabolism was so fast. But I realized that when I first started working out, I had an appetite that was just out of this world. I already ate a lot for my size. I just started eating so much. It just naturally came. I didn't feel like I had to force myself to eat. I felt like I was just hungry all the time. So I just ate so much while I was working out during that summer, and I gained a lot of weight. So long story short, over the summer, it was about 3 months, and I gained I probably got up to 120, to be honest with you, 120 pounds. And so I went from like 103 to 120. Now, grant you, not all of that's muscle mass, of course, but I put on a good bit of muscle. And that period is called the hard gainer phase. And the hard gainer phase is when you first start working out. You never had any workout experience before, and you first start consistently lifting weights. Those first 3 to 6 months is where you're going to have a really huge exponential growth of muscle mass gain. Not only muscle mass, but also just general mass gain. So I come back senior year, I'm 120, about 120, 121 pounds, and everyone's just like, whoa, dude, you got so big. Now, listen, it's high school, so 120 pounds, and compared to what I was the year before, of course they might say I was big, but really 120 pounds is nothing. It was a big jump for me, and I really didn't notice it because I guess I was always looking at myself in the mirror every day, so I saw myself every day, so I didn't really get to see the gradual change. When they saw me before, and now they see me after summer break, they're just like, whoa, you're huge now. I guess it's a huge difference. I guess how I'm really trying to answer your question is, if you can, you have to find a gym near you, somewhere that's easily accessible, and if you can, possibly get someone who knows what they're doing, who has experience in the gym. Maybe you got a relative, a cousin, a brother, a friend even, who knows a little bit about fitness and can show you the ropes, show you the exercises. And also, you can also look on YouTube. YouTube is a great source for looking up different exercises and looking up different techniques on how to gain weight. When you first start out, I just want to give you a little warning here. I don't want you to think too much about it, because a lot of times beginners will try and they'll ask a lot of questions. They will overanalyze everything. And when you first start out, you really just want to stick to the basics. You lift consistently, so about 3 to 4 times a week, and then you want to eat a lot. I mean, there's nothing more that I can say than that. You really don't want to be worried about, oh, how much protein am I getting, how many carbohydrates, how many carbs am I eating, how many calories per day am I eating. I wouldn't even go there. I would just eat a lot. You don't have to like measure it out or anything like that. Just eat until you're full. Eat until you're full and just work out hard, get plenty of rest, and your gains will come, no doubt about it. That hard gainer phase is when you get all that muscle mass really quickly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, just don't overanalyze it. As long as you get someone to teach you the exercises and you're not doing the exercises incorrectly to where you might hurt yourself, then you're on the right track already. So work out consistently, about 3 to 4 times a week, and just eat. You gotta eat. Don't worry about, oh, I want to have a 6-pack, I want to be ripped. No, man, you just starting out, you need to grow. You need to put some mass on, you put some meat on them bones. So eat and then get plenty of rest, and I guarantee you your gains will come. So that's all I got for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Just Fit.